You have to take Cousins. I mean, he's played great.
Yeah.
How about a little respect for the guy? I know the world doesn't like him. He makes too much money. They think he's a little soft. I don't know what else is there not to like. They won in Buffalo. They won a lot of one-score games. He drives the team down the field, 33-0 against the Colts. They come right back and win that game, too. They won 12 out of 15. Dak's got a lot to prove. I know there's people think I'm crazy. I'll take Cousins still over Prescott.
I had to get my pencil for this one. I had to pull a full-on mad dog for this one because I want you in Minnesota. I want all of you to listen up here.
Oh, boy.
This is not Kirk Cousins slander. I know you people like to give it to me. This has nothing to do with Kirk Cousins, the reason that I'm picking Dak Prescott over Kirk in the postseason. Kirk has been playing terrific football. Kevin O'Connell unlocked a new gear within this quarterback. He has incredible weapons all around him. What I'm worried about is the team that they would have to face. Like, if the playoffs end today, they're the 2 seed, they face the 7 seed, they can beat Washington. They have to go on the road and they have to go play the Eagles in the divisional playoffs. They gave up 486 yards to the Eagles in that Week 2 game. That was a loss for Minnesota. I'm worried about the defense in Minnesota. I have been worried about this defense in Minnesota. I don't know if the adjustments, lack thereof, what Ed Donatel has done so far, I don't think that's going to be up to par for what you need to be able to take over in the postseason. Kirk in the offense, are you going to ask them to be scoring 5 touchdown drives after trailing 33-0 in the first half the way they did against Indianapolis? They showed that they could do it one time. I just don't think that this defense is going to put Minnesota's offense in the right position in the postseason. I worry that they're going to let them down. And for me, Dak Prescott right now, I mean, the numbers tell a story. Like, he's better in completion percentage, 8th in QBR, passer rating. Those numbers are higher than Kirk's. But again, for me, this is not a conversation about me slandering Kirk Cousins in this. I just feel like, complete picture, Dallas is a team that won't let you down in the way that Minnesota has that Achilles heel that we're all holding our breath collectively, waiting for something to happen here. They allowed 334 yards to Daniel Jones. No offense to Daniel Jones or anything, but that happened last week. Let's not forget that.
I'm sorry, was the question, are we comparing the quarterbacks or the teams?
Quarterback.
The quarterbacks. If we're talking strictly quarterbacks right now, I'm going to give the edge to Kirk Cousins. I think that part of playing the quarterback position is when the lights are the brightest, who plays the best? Who's been playing the best under pressure this year between the two quarterbacks? Kirk Cousins or Dak Prescott? You got to go with Kirk Cousins. They've been playing like one-score games all season long and have come out on the other end of it. And Kirk Cousins knows he has a lousy defense, but he's still able to overcome it. They've still been able to come out on the other side and get wins. 11 one-score games they have won in this league this year, all because of the quarterback. Mm-hmm. See, one thing about Kirk Cousins we've said in the past is Kirk Cousins chokes. He always chokes. He chokes in primetime. He chokes in this situation, that situation. Well, guess what? Kirk Cousins hasn't done that this year. He's been like the definition. If you talk about put a picture of a quarterback who's been playing best under pressure, you got to put Kirk Cousins right there. Yeah. Like, he's been that type of guy. I know that Dak Prescott, since he's been back, has had the number 1 offense. Stats, we tend to get into stats a little bit too much. Give me the guy that when it's crunch time, when everything's on the line, who's playing the best between the two? It's been Kirk Cousins.
Dak did that, exactly what you were just talking about, like games on the line. 330 yards, 3 touchdowns in Philadelphia. Those final 11 drives, 8 of them were scoring drives. That's what I need to see in the postseason. And it's not the first time that we've seen that from Dak. We go back to, you mentioned it, 36 points per game since he's returned. That's the highest scoring offense in the NFL. If Dak can do what he did against the Eagles in a shootout, where he sacked 6 times, gets no help from his running game whatsoever, I have more confidence that he's going to be able to do that and do it on the road, too. Because you mentioned it. They're going on the road as a 5th seed. They can't be any lower than the 5th seed right now. I think he'll have a better chance of doing that because he's got a more collective unit around him. Last I checked, football's 11 on 11, and quarterbacks are they're the deciding factor a lot of times.
Listen, I give Dak credit, albeit against backup quarterback in Gardner Minshew last week. Look at what happened with Dallas.
They scored 40 points.
They scored 40 points. There's no question about that. That's on the Philadelphia Eagles defense. Yep. I guess my whole thing is pressure. That's what I'm basing my whole thing around pressure. Let's look at the prior week against the Jacksonville Jaguars on the road.
Oh, yeah,
Pressure.
bad.
Pressure. What happened?
Pressure.
They did their part. They got back in the game.
Win.
The defense didn't hold up there.
Defense didn't, yeah.
Right,
But
my whole thing is, you don't think Kirk Cousins understand, like, we have a bad defense, but I can't let that be an excuse as to me being able to overcome the deficiency we have on that side of the ball. That's all he's been doing all season long is overcoming a bad defense on the way to a 12-3 record.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.